Idealized by the late John Lennon was the concept of imagining. In the words of Lennon, imagine there's no heaven, it's easy if you try, no hell below us, above us only sky. Imagine all the people living for today. What I believe is that we must stop imagining. The world is real, it is home, and there is only one. The future is sustainability, and we must look forward in the now, the present. There will be an inevitable day when we ask ourselves, how do we let this happen? How do we allow for the complete extraction of the natural resources of our Earth? The way of the future starts with green chemistry, outlined by Paul Anastas, director of the Center for Green Chemistry and Green Engineering at Yale, and John C. Warner, one of the co-founders of green chemistry. Their concept of green chemistry underlines 12 basic principles aimed at a cleaner, more efficient, and less wasteful method to reduce harmful substances while also producing chemicals effective at what they do. One of the fundamental things humans do is create stuff in the name of innovation. But to this end, we also do so with a lack of conscientiousness. As a basic layout of the 12 principles, it starts with Principle 1, prevention, and that is simply the idea that preventing waste is more desirable than creating and disposing of waste. Principle 2 is maximize desirable products and minimize undesirable products. Principle 3 is pursue the least hazardous method of making a chemical to minimize harm to humans and the environment. Principle 4 is chemical products must safely perform its function while minimizing toxicity. Principle 5 is lessen the use of additional chemicals whenever possible while still producing the desired product. And when additional solvents are used, make sure they are unharmful. Principle 6 is reduce the energy necessary to produce a product and recognize the environmental and economical impact of high energy usage. Principle 7 is select renewable raw materials when possible to prevent the depletion of irreplaceable raw materials like fossil fuels. Principle 8 is avoid needlessly tampering with physical or chemical processes because doing so often requires additional chemicals and produces unnecessary waste. Principle 9 is choose catalytic reagents over stoichiometric ones to minimize the amount of unwanted byproducts. Principle 10 is chemical products should be made such that they harmlessly degrade at the end of their desired function. Principle 11 is monitor reactions in real time to prevent pollution. And lastly, Principle 12 is select chemicals that have the least potential for harm and can prevent accidents. Essentially, these 12 principles establish the guideline of green chemistry. And I conclude with another line from Lennon in his song Imagine. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will be as one. In this respect, Lennon is absolutely right because green chemistry is indeed growing. In the last dozen years, although the chemical industry remains significantly toxic, green chemistry has made great strides in advocating safety and claiming more accountable recognition in its necessity. Nevertheless, these 12 basic principles are simply the fundamental guideline. The change starts from the higher up, so leaders in the world cannot wait because Mother Earth cannot wait. We must be globally conscientious in manufacturing a sustainable future. And to this end, we need to advocate the principles of green chemistry in the hope that sustainability will be the future.